Greetings folks, I have some wonderful bits of kit from Runcam and SpeedyBee to show you today. We have the Runcam 2 4K. I knew this was coming from Runcam. It's upgrade of the old Runcam 2, now it does 4K. I knew this was coming, but it got delayed and I didn't want to wait anymore, so I actually bought myself one previously, and I've also done some review videos of that, so I'll link to that in the description. But I have another one which is great because this has now totally replaced my Mobius as my main onboard camera. Good to have two so that I can balance them wingtip to wingtip, and it's the sort of piece of gear that I would always buy another one if I crashed and destroyed the original one. So very happy to have two of these. Can be used as an FPV and HD recording camera, like a split with a case is the way I see it. Comes with some accessories, a tripod mounting case, little USB cable that you can solder up, a signal wire to operate via some flight control boards and Betaflight, not yet iNav I don't think, and signal and power there, can be powered externally. USB cable. It's a great quality camera. Set it up via your phone and Wi-Fi or through your FPV goggles. I do notice there's no image stabilization and there's no time-lapse photos or video at this stage. Maybe these things will come in the future with firmware updates, but the still photos are really just screen grabs of the 4K video. So my thought is, if I want still photos, I can just record in 4K and pick out the images that I want. But I still would like to have time-lapse video and photos as well. They do state in the manual that you need a U3 card or greater for the higher frame rate resolutions or settings. Not so much for the 4K 30 or the 1080 60. I'm using SanDisk Extreme cards, which are supposed to be U3 spec. 4K 30 is absolutely fine, but as soon as I go to 2.760 or 50, I'm getting stuttering. So I'm thinking that the SanDisk Extreme isn't quite up to the task. Other people have mentioned that maybe the Samsung cards are better at handling this high data rate. So I'll have to try that. But 4K 30 with the SanDisk Extreme is working well. Audio level is quite low, but that's fine for onboard footage, but just you can't really use it as a good vlogging camera. Anyway, check out my previous reviews of the camera. Absolutely love it. It's a staple piece of kit for me now. The other thing that they sent me was the SpeedyBee Wi-Fi dongle for setting up iNav using your phone. This is a fantastic piece of gear. It's just a little Wi-Fi brick with a USB cable. Has two micro USB slots on that side, XT60 and a 1S balance port on that side. This is for powering the flight control board, XT60 or 1S, and this is for connecting to the flight control board and powering the board and allowing your phone to pick up the Wi-Fi. So it's designed to be stored like this with the cable in there like that. One says to flight control and the other one says nothing. What you do is take that one out, the one that says to the flight control board, plug that into the flight control board. If you do it the other way, it's not going to work. So that tricked me for a little while. Then we power it up and we get some lights on the side. Plug it into a flight control board. That now powers the flight control board, and if we have a look at my phone, so we can now go to connections and we will see Adapter2 2CCA shows up. You can tap on that. There's no password required. You can see the little light turns green there, so we're now connected to that Wi-Fi network. Now we go to the SpeedyBee app. Tap on Wi-Fi, confirm connection, and there we have the SpeedyBee iNav set up, and we can go through all the usual setups that we can do on the laptop, calibration, absolutely everything, all via Wi-Fi through the dongle. Even CLI commands too. If you have some saved on your phone somewhere, you can paste them in there, or you can, if you remember them, then you can do absolutely every bit of setup that you need to do. Basically means you don't need to take your laptop to the flying field. Great stuff. SpeedyBee Wi-Fi dongle, Adapter2, and the Runcam 2 4K camera. Fantastic stuff. Thanks for watching.